Sylvester Stallone's name immediately evokes images of unyielding strength, determination, and the underdog spirit. Characters like Rocky Balboa and John Rambo became more than film roles. They became symbols of perseverance and courage. For over 50 years, Stallone has shown audiences that failure is never permanent if you keep rising. His career spans billion-dollar franchises and global acclaim, making him a cultural icon. Yet behind the celebrated persona lies a life shaped by hardship, rejection, and tragedy. From a physically traumatic birth to relentless mockery as a child, Stallone's journey was a constant fight for recognition, respect, and survival. The challenges he faced off-screen were often far harsher than anything his characters endured in the ring or on the battlefield. This is the story of how a man who seemed invincible on screen was forged through real-life struggle, loss, and a relentless refusal to give up. His triumphs are as human as they are legendary. A traumatic beginning. Born on July 6, 1946 in New York, Stallone's life began with an immense struggle. Complications during birth caused permanent paralysis on the left side of his face, leaving his lip drooped and speech slurred. What should have been a routine delivery became a lifelong challenge, marking him physically and socially. From his very first moments, he faced an obstacle no child should bear alone. His parents, Frank Stallone Sr. and Jackie Stallone, offered little comfort. Their chaotic marriage and personal ambitions overshadowed care for him, leaving young Sylvester isolated and neglected. The household became a battleground, with the child caught in the crossfire. He was often reminded that he was unwanted and different. This early trauma did not just shape his face or voice, it shaped his resilience. Stallone learned early that life could be harsh, unfair, and isolating. Those formative years taught him a lesson in survival, which became the foundation of his determination to fight for his dreams. School and childhood struggles. School became a battlefield for Stallone, a place where cruelty amplified his insecurities. Children mocked his speech, his face, and his differences, turning his deformity into daily humiliation. Teachers often dismissed him, assuming he was less capable, compounding his isolation. He was labeled slow, hopeless, and difficult, even though his intelligence and creativity were intact. Rejection became routine, and Stallone's response was to learn the language of fists. Every insult became a confrontation, every laugh a personal battle. By his teens, he had been expelled from multiple schools, not for poor learning, but for the fire in his spirit. His mother sent him abroad to Switzerland, hoping isolation would solve the problem, but it deepened his loneliness. There, in a foreign land, Stallone faced depression so intense he contemplated ending his life. Yet, even in despair, a flicker of hope remained, the belief that one day his struggles could have meaning, and that his differences could become a source of strength rather than shame. The arrival in New York. Returning to America, Stallone faced a world that offered no shortcuts. With $40 in his pocket and a dream to act, he entered New York City, a place where hope and hunger collided daily. The late 1960s city was unforgiving, and auditions were brutal. Casting directors dismissed him because of his speech and appearance. Jobs were scarce, and he took any work he could find, cleaning lion cages at the zoo, sleeping in bus stations, and living hand-to-mouth. Financial desperation led him to heartbreaking choices, including pawning belongings and selling his dog, Butkus, for survival. Yet Stallone's dream never wavered. Each rejection reinforced his resolve. The city tested him physically, emotionally, and mentally, but he pressed forward, clinging to the idea that one day his perseverance would pay off. It was in these moments of quiet struggle, far from fame and cameras, that the grit and determination for which he would later become legendary were honed. Rocky. The turning point. In 1975, Stallone watched a boxing match that inspired him to write Rocky, a story mirroring his own fight against adversity. Muhammad Ali versus Chuck Wepner showed a fighter enduring impossible odds, reflecting Stallone's own life struggles. Fueled by 3 days of non-stop typing on a second-hand typewriter, he poured every ounce of rejection, pain, and hope into his script. The story of a nobody given a shot at greatness became his lifeline. Producers immediately recognized the script's potential but wanted Stallone out as the lead. He refused to compromise, betting everything on his own authenticity. After turning down staggering sums, he eventually got the studio to agree to his terms, albeit with a low budget and tight schedule. Rocky was filmed under harsh conditions, but Stallone's passion and persistence transformed the project into a universal story, Eye of Hope. His first act of victory extended beyond film. It included buying back Butkus, symbolizing a reclaiming of what poverty had taken. Rise to global stardom, Rocky premiered in 1976, quickly becoming a cultural phenomenon. Audiences identified with Stallone's underdog story, a reflection of real-life struggle. The film earned $225 million worldwide, winning critical acclaim and the Academy Award for Best Picture. Stallone, nominated for Best Actor and Best Screenplay, went from invisible underdog to unstoppable icon. Rocky was not only his personal breakthrough, but a testament to the rewards of persistence and self-belief. The success created a platform that allowed him to explore further iconic roles, including Rambo. Stallone's characters were grounded in resilience and humanity, appealing to audiences who saw his own struggles mirrored in their lives. The fame and wealth came quickly, but Stallone remained committed to authenticity, insisting on embodying the characters he wrote. His rise was a combination of talent, relentless effort, and the ability to translate personal pain into universally inspiring stories that resonated across generations. Rambo and action icon status. After Rocky, Stallone solidified his place as an action legend with John Rambo, beginning in 1982. First Blood and its sequels depicted a veteran grappling with trauma, injustice, and resilience. These films showcased Stallone's ability to humanize extreme heroism, combining physicality with emotional depth. Rambo became a global symbol of survival, strength, and defiance against impossible odds. By the mid-1980s, Stallone was not just a star, but a brand, commanding unprecedented salaries and cultivating an empire. He merged charisma, discipline, and vision into every project, turning physical and emotional struggles into compelling narratives. Despite opulence and recognition, Stallone's work remained personal. Each fight scene, emotional moment, and underdog triumph drew from his life experiences, reflecting the challenges of poverty, rejection, and personal loss. His characters transcended action films. They became reflections of humanity's capacity to endure, reminding viewers that courage and determination matter more than fortune or fame. The comeback with Rocky Balboa. In the early 2000s, Stallone began crafting a comeback that mirrored his own life's battles. Writing Rocky Balboa, he created a story of an aging fighter confronting mortality, irrelevance, and the reflection of one's life in the mirror. The project was intensely personal, bridging the gap between art and life. It reconnected Stallone with the essence of what had made him iconic: perseverance, heart, and the human struggle against overwhelming odds. This return was not simply financial, it was emotional and symbolic, reclaiming the narrative of the underdog who refuses to surrender. The film resonated with audiences worldwide, reminding the world why Stallone's characters endure. His comeback proved that while fame and fortune are fleeting, the legacy of courage, authenticity, and relentless determination is timeless, inspiring a new generation to rise above life's hardships. Legacy and human spirit, Sylvester Stallone's story transcends Hollywood success. It is a testament to human resilience, the ability to transform suffering into art, and the power of refusing to surrender. From a childhood of neglect and ridicule to global superstardom and personal tragedy, he demonstrates that true victory is measured not in wealth or awards, but in the courage to keep moving forward. His life mirrors his characters. Rocky and Rambo are extensions of his experiences, embodying hope, grit, and the refusal to let circumstances define one's destiny. Beyond the fame, Stallone inspires millions by proving that even in the darkest moments, persistence, heart, and self-belief can create triumph. His journey reminds us that life's hardest battles are often fought quietly within ourselves, and the victories won there shape everything else we achieve. Stallone is not just a star, he is a symbol of enduring human strength.